this a few times, so I would call him a veteran. Put it together for Peter. You
keep it going. Pierre Brault. Amazing actor, hilarious stand-up comedian, and folks, a marvelous coach and mentor. Let me tell you, each week he would bestow pearls of wisdom on the class. For example, he would tell us that the best place to work on our stage presence and microphone technique is in the bathroom. He says the bathroom mirror and a hairbrush are the best tools. And he's right. However, I had one little issue. I live with two women with naturally curly hair, so there's never a goddamn hairbrush in my bathroom. But does that, mean I'm going to let it stand between me and a D-? No way. Toilet bowl brush, folks. Now, I am working through some cold and canker sores tonight. But that is how I learned that I was holding the mic too close. Thank you, friends, for being here tonight in this treasure of comedy here in Ottawa. I love Absolute Comedy. I love the people here because you know why? They understand that in this crazy world of miracle cures and wonder therapies, there still is only one remedy for the human soul, and that is laughter. Am I right? However, they want you to know that if you suffer from incontinence, comedy may not be for you. Side effects of laughter are uncommon, but may include lockjaw, snorting, farting, sharting, dizziness, vaginal ejaculation, cardiac arrhythmia, mild heart explosions, varicose veins. It doesn't end there, folks. Darkened stool, darkened soul, loss of virginity, spontaneous denture hyperplosion, vomit, burpees, disrespect for your mom, disrespect for your authority, and comedy also raises the risk of skid marks in your underpants. Now, the folks at Absolute Comedy want you to know that if you experience any of these symptoms tonight, it's very important that you talk to Karen. She's a nurse. Otherwise, you can try 911.
911.
Yes, 911. Anyway, I've noticed something as I've been studying comedy lately, that well-known comedians are following in the footsteps of music acts. And by that I mean when they go on tour, they come up with fancy slogans to identify their shows. For example, I heard that Larry the Cable Guy has launched a new tour. He is calling it Who the Hell Even Uses Cable Anymore Tour. Kathy Griffin is making a comeback, and she is calling her tour Laugh Your Head Off. And so I figured, why not me? I should get in on that. So ladies and gentlemen, the Acting Company's stand-up comedy class proudly presents Peter Yule's 2017 Student Needs to Focus on the Goddamn Quality of His Assignments Tour. So for that reason, I am keeping my day job. It's at a place called the Royal Ottawa Mental Health Centre. Anyone ever heard of that place? It's a great place to work. I'm a director there, which means I get to do a lot of cool things. A few months ago, we were celebrating what's called Administration Assistance Week. Secretary's Day, in other words, and so I threw a party for over 100 ladies, a nice luncheon, and I thought I'd sweeten the deal with these nice little water bottles. Well, holy cow, they were so popular, the whole table was gone in minutes, and that of course made me happy, but I'm still a little bit perplexed as to why these bottles are so popular. They're a nice color. They hold lots of water. They've got a nice But I'm wondering if you ladies can tell me what women are getting with these bottles that I'm not getting. Well, something about these bottles is turning them on. But anyway, I was glad they were happy. However, the very next day, ladies were begging me to order 800 more because Nursing Week was coming up. Yes, indeed. Lots of happy women work at the Royal. I recently got into this craze of DNA testing. I thought maybe I'd find out if there were some exotic cultures in my background. So the first thing I did was go online to see what my options were, and the first site that came up was one called 23andMe, and I'm in my 50s. I thought that was just creepy. How did a sugar dating site come up there? Anyway, I settled on one called Ancestry.com. Sent off the sample. Came back to it just last week. And not surprising, a good dose of Canadian DNA, a little bit of Brit, 5% of something called Neanderthal. I've no idea where that country is. But the real revealing part was 50% of my DNA was connected to the mysterious Pintupi tribe from the deepest, darkest forest of the Amazon. And I thought, great! That explains the man boobs. Finally. As I said, I do have deep roots in England. In fact, my grandfather was a chief of police for a large section of southern England. He was such a well-respected and recognized guy, and I used to cherish the memories of going on the rounds with him. But before he would take me on the rounds, he'd always say, "Pete, you've got to remember to mind your P's and Q's, young man." And as a young, rambunctious kid, that was pretty tough for me. But now it's bloody hell because I have to mind my L's, my G's, my B's, my T's, and my Q's. Where the hell does this man stand? It's too much. I'm an introvert, shy fellow. When I was young, I was very shy with women. Totally the opposite of my buddies from Quebec. Man, when it came to romance, these guys had the kind of kahunas I could only dream of. For example, one of my best friends, named Francois, and we'd be out in public, and he would just grab me and say, "Ah, Pete, look at that beauty. Ooh, I tap that. Tell me you wouldn't want to tap that, Pete." And then a baseball chum named Jean-Guy, he'd be playing in the outfield and he wouldn't pay any attention to the game. He'd come back to the dugout and he'd say, "Oh, shoot that truck on that beauty. I tapped that before it's too late." And then one day it became crystal clear. That's how Quebec controls the whole goddamn maple syrup industry in this country. Figured it out. Tappy tap tap. These guys, well, you can hand it to them. I hope tonight's been another fine example of the fabulous talent we have living here in Ottawa. You do. And that's despite some rather bad dudes who live here who are giving us a bad national reputation for, I'll call them their hidden talents, and by that I mean their ability to stuff things up their body cavities. Exhibit A, maybe you heard about it, this is true. A knucklehead intentionally got himself arrested so that he could sneak into the Ottawa Carleton Detention Centre with 8 Kinder Surprise containers stuffed up his asshole. It's true. Four of them contained the narcotics. 3 contained the matches, the papers, the other paraphernalia. And 1 contained a little do-it-yourself model motorbike. That was a special request for Big Bubba. And then maybe you remember last year, the fellow from the National Mint?
Yes.
He would steal little gold pucks, pop them up his poop chute almost daily. He almost got away with $200,000 worth of gold up his asshole. Now his downfall was the fact that he took them to the same Ottawa gold buyer's store each and every time. And I can only feel sorry for that store clerk who would look at the gold and do the bite test for authenticity. And it's confession time, folks. And even myself, apparently, I am currently banned from Sleep Country for allegedly stealing half a pillow up my belly button. Now, I'm just a petty criminal compared to those guys, but yeah, that's my story. Drive home safely, folks, particularly if you're stealing some of those nice candle holders up your buttocks. Thank you very much, Coach.